All right. Next question is from Chrissy T. Kryptonite is Superman's greatest weakness. What is your greatest weakness or guilty pleasure?
I mean, it's not the same thing. I'm a big fan of sleep, and I'm not saying sleep the day away, but I like to nap. I think it's good for you, and I feel like I'm better after a little nap, a midday nap, even if it's 10 or 15 minutes. So that would be my guilty pleasure. I like my naps. My kryptonite, popcorn, it comes to mind. I love popcorn. Like, I can't not have it. But I'm not an ice cream guy or a brownies guy. But I'm a salty steak kind of guy.
So like regular popcorn or popcorn with flavor?
It's there's a very specific popcorn that I like. It's Amish popcorn. It comes from Pennsylvania, and I found this. I've looked into this, and they have 15 different types of kernels. This is such a weird thing to talk about, but it's so good and so clean, if that makes any sense. A lot of times it's just salt and olive oil. I used to use butter. Now it's just a little good olive oil, a little bit of salt, and then you're good. But yeah.
Now I'm craving popcorn. I'm sure everybody's craving popcorn right now.
I am too.
All right. The next question is from Emma Brands from the Netherlands. If you could live forever, what is the most dangerous thing you would be excited to do?
Skydiving, because I have friends who've done it. It's not that I feel like I could do it. I calculated the risks, and it's not maybe worth it for me. I don't know. But I think that if you were like, you're going to live forever, I'd be like, cool, I'm going skydiving tomorrow.
All right. The next question is from Akila Tate. What's the most romantic thing you've ever done?
I don't know. I mean, I think you probably ask my wife that question. I mean, getting married is pretty romantic, or proposing, that whole scenario. Yeah, I mean, I'm a big fan of flowers. I love gifting my wife flowers and anything that makes her happy.
How did you propose?
On my knee.
All right, that works.
In front of her mother. Yeah, it was pretty good. Yeah.
Oh, nice. All right, next question is from Luisa from Brazil. Do you think Lucifer tortured Pierce in hell after his return?
Oh, for sure. For sure. I mean, I hope so. I mean, what? I don't think Pierce was sent away to a beach listening to, the Eagles or eating popcorn all the time. I think he's very much tortured. And there was a lot of conversation about what hell is. And hell is like this repeating thing of your own self-torture. And Pierce probably deserved it a little bit.
It'll probably be unpopped kernels, no salt, and no olive oil.
I have this popcorn, but I can't pop it. Yeah, exactly.
All right. The next question is from Amelia Lucy. Hugs from Poland. She's sending hugs from Poland.
Very international. I love it.
Yes.
You're definitely not getting enough sleep.
Okay. Her question is, if you could be the one to decide Cain's fate, what would it be? That's the funny thing about the character. I don't think he ever knew. I think this constant restlessness. I mean, he had centuries to figure out what his jam was, and I think he tried a bunch of different things. And I think there might be a TV show in there where you get to see Cain at different times and different centuries, and him trying to figure things out, because there's a growth pattern there where I think that would be fun to watch as a television show. But I don't know. I mean, on Lucifer, the whole idea is he was just trying to stop living until he fell in love, with Lauren's character, and then he found a purpose again. And I think finding that purpose through other people is a beautiful thing. So, I mean, I don't know, maybe a family with Decker, perhaps. That sounds good.
Yeah.
Maybe a spin-off show. Okay, the next question is Tom W. for life.
Oh.
Can you tell us about your time filming The Professionals and where can we watch it?
Okay, so good point. So we've shot 10. We already shot 10 episodes down in Africa. It was a very challenging, amazing shoot. It's very funny. It's me and Brendan Fraser. I've seen all the episodes. They're not all released yet. It's very frustrating for me. I'll be honest. I'll go on the record. It pisses me off because I want people to watch it. But there's some distribution deals that still have to be made for the show to be released. But I mean, I want the fans to see it because we went down there, we did it, and it's fun, and I really like it. I think people will like it. So I don't know the answer, and that's frustrating because I get a lot of people asking me about it, and I'm waiting just like you guys are, and it sucks.
Well, I know we can't wait, and you will announce it when we're able to.
Totally.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, the next one is from Bloody Valentine. Ooh. What is your personal favorite of Clark Kent's supernatural power and why?
I was a big fan of super speed. A lot of people are like, oh, X-ray vision, but like, yeah, it's kind of naughty. The super speed I really liked. Getting, just having to just go places real fast. That was always, I like that.
Yeah, you were almost as fast as teleporting.
Right?
Yeah. All right, next question. Do you think that Lucifer and Cain can be friends?
Yes.
There wouldn't be any rivalry or...
I think there would always be a little bit. I can totally see Lucifer's point of view about how Cain really just doesn't deserve the attention. But then again, who doesn't want the attention more than Lucifer? But going back to the earlier question, I think if Cain could be helpful to Lucifer, I think Lucifer would take him up on that.
And that would make them be friends for sure.
Yeah, but Lucifer's so entertaining. He's such a fun character, and Tom does such a great job in not only on set, like in between takes, but he's extremely talented, and he's the reason that character pops. I mean, that energy you feel from Lucifer, that's Tom. That's not. I'm not saying it's not written well, because it is, but Tom brings that charm that nobody else could.
Yeah, gotcha. All right, we have time for one more question, and it is from Yasmin. Have you ever pranked someone or been pranked on set, and what happened? Love from England.
Yeah, we used to do a lot of pranks. I didn't do it on Lucifer because it wasn't, I've said this before, it wasn't my show. But, so I was a guest, I was very much a guest there. But on Smallville, I had a little more wiggle room, but we had an AD, it was his first day on set, and we pranked him over the radio saying that, Tom's waiting for you outside of his trailer. Can you go meet him? And we were watching through a little window of visibility, and he was standing there, and I'd get on the radio. I'm like, Tom's waiting for you. Where are you? And he was like, you could, physicality wise, you could see how frustrated he was. And then on the radio, he'd be, I'm waiting right here. I'm just waiting for him to come out. And then I'd be like, well, Tom's outside of his trailer. Where are you? And we got to see him get really frustrated. And it's, listen, it probably wasn't that much fun for him, but after the gag was up, he was able to relax, and we're like, welcome to the family. And he stayed with us for years after that. Not because of that, but we just wanted to razz him a little bit to make him feel comfortable.
That was probably, he was probably really nervous when, especially first day, first AD, you're going, I got to get this right. And then all of a sudden,
like day one, your only job is to not mess up. And
That's right. Well, Tom, thank you so much for being here. We really appreciate you. You're an absolute pleasure. And we can't wait to meet you in person in Jersey.